worldwide fan nation here. So there's been a lot of speculation left and right about what the next IP of the Elden Ring is going to be. A lot of game journalists and content creators left and right. We've been talking at different forums, Reddit, Discord, and any platform you can find left and right to speak about our passion. There's of course a Soulsborne game. What is FromSoftware next game going to be? So in that aspect, I want to give you, as an old veteran of the Soulsborne game itself, and very hard enthusiast, if you know from my channel itself, if it comes to the FromSoftware games, where Miyazaki is going to go as a CEO of FromSoftware games itself. From everything that we know as a fact from all his interviews and the direction he wants to take and the vision that he has for the future from software itself. So where can we anticipate what the next game is going to be, or the next DLC of an existing game is going to be? Well, we know for a fact, as you've seen in Kenneth Chang. According to Kenneth Chang, who is an FromSoftware employee and the lead Dark Souls designer of Dark Souls 3, according to his LinkedIn page, FromSoftware started working on a brand new game in 2022 of January itself, with him as the producer. It was dubbed as an unnamed project. This is most likely going to be the next FromSoftware game to be released after the Elden Ring Shadow of Erdtree. It will definitely not be an Elden Ring 2. As Miyazaki has stated before, there is no plans, none whatsoever, in creating an Elden Ring 2 at this given moment. And it's highly unlikely it's going to be an Armored Core 7, because the project has started in development months before Armored Core 6 even was released. Yamura also stated that there is no plans, none whatsoever, in creating Armored Core 6 DLC in this given time. It's going to be an Miyazaki directed game that Miyazaki started working on just after finishing directing the Elden Ring. Going by the past and recent interview of Miyazaki, he stated that he wants that the next game is going to be abstract and warm, sort of like a game like Ico. In addition, he referred himself, he doesn't want that FromSoftware as a company is only known as a form of a FromSoftware Souls game company only, and wants the show to be more, have different flavors in it, different variety and taste, and to speak a different form of players base across the world. Also, on multiple occasions, he implied that he doesn't like to do sequels. And matter of fact, if you check in the history of Dark Souls and of course from Armored Core itself, Dark Souls and Armored Core are the only games which had a repetitive series planned for them universes itself. In any given time, FromSoftware has never had a plans to make sequels in their given games itself, no matter how popular they were. So knowing that, there was definitely no plans, none whatsoever, in making a Dark Souls 4, and unfortunately no plans in making a Bloodborne 2 at this given moment. So what is this 2022 January game directing by Miyazaki is going to be? It's most likely going to be a brand new IP, a possible and revival of an older IP like they did for Armored Core. Definitely not an Armored Core 7, definitely not a Dark Souls 4, definitely not a Bloodborne 2 or an Elden Ring 2. I think it will vaguely have a certain form of Souls-like mechanics in it, similar to how Sekiro has vaguely Souls-like mechanics, but there is no way, shape or form it's going to be a spiritual successor to Dark Souls, nor Elden Ring or Bloodborne itself like we've seen previously. It may take some elements of being warm and abstract, giving FromSoftware a typical 3 to 4 year production cycle. Besides the Elden Ring, which is an anomaly due to COVID massive delays, and its production was delayed for at least a year, and going by the leaks and also knowing that the Elden Ring was the most ambitious project yet, I think the new game will be released somewhere between January 2025 and January 2026. By my honest prediction and opinion, we're gonna have the very first trailer somewhere between October and December itself. Further a release from the Elden Ring DLC, long enough for not being way too long for the hype to go away, but still close enough for the players to look forward for any single thing related towards FromSoftware itself. They probably don't want the fans to go months having no clues or what the DLC or the game FromSoftware is working on it's going to be next. Let's say that the trailer is somewhere going to drop himself on a random Tuesday between October and of course December of this year itself. Unfortunately, it's extremely hard to predict what the next FromSoftware game will be. I do think that it will be a surprise for all of us FromSoftware fans. And I personally think it's going to be quite differently than the next or the previous work that we've seen before. And I hope for 100% fact it's not going to be an Elden nor a Dark Souls genre itself. But I do think that it will be a brand new IP or even a revival of an older IP. However, I think that this world will maybe less desolated than the previous FromSoftware work, but still something very unique for us to explore. Also, there is more Armored Core content coming. From Armored Core 7 and 6 will continue, due from FromSoftware hiring more mech designers months after the release of the Armored Core 6, and even having questions being questioned and they approve mechanics and Armored Core 6. I think there will be not an immediate next game, but there's going to be more content coming on from Armored Core itself. So do not fear the Armored Core fan itself. But what do you think? What is the next game of Armored Core going to be? Let me know in the comments down below what you think the future of FromSoftware is going to be. It's going to be a new Elden Ring, a new Dark Souls, Bloodborne 2, or a brand new IP, or even, like I mentioned, a revival of an older IP itself. Let me think in the comments down below what you think, fam, what the future of FromSoftware is going to be. But either way, what you do, the first thing you're going to hear is right here in Ashlord Games itself. I'm your host, Ashlord. Thank you very much, and see you guys next time, man. My love only. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe yourself. See you guys next time, man. Peace.